Welcome to an example in which we're talking about pairs of shoes and frequency. So what does this mean? So they basically asked 66 people at random, 66 randomly selected students were asked the number of pairs of shoes they have. So like how many shoes do you have in your closet? 4 pairs, 5 pairs, 6 pairs, 7 pairs, 8 pairs, maybe more? Well, frequency is how many? So 6 people said they have 4 pairs of shoes. See number of pairs, frequency. 12 people said they have 5 pairs of shoes. 10 people said they had 6 pairs of shoes. 8 people said they had 7 pairs of shoes, etc. So that's what that table means. So now let's answer a whole bunch of questions about it. They want the mean, median, sample standard deviation, first quartile, third quartile. All of those are going to come from the frequency calculator, number 3, the frequency calculator. So I'm going to go to the frequency calculator right now. And let's see. All right. So you go to the home page of the Canvas course, click on, this is the home page, right? Click on the online calculator and back here, and this is going to be number 3, the statistics from a frequency table, because this has frequencies. Now the midpoints, those are the number of pairs of shoes. So that'll be 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. And the frequencies, those were in the chart there, 6, 12, 10, 8, 8, 9, 8, 8, 9, 8, 8, 9, 10, 3. 10, 3. And then we just come on down and hit calculate. Boom. And so there's all of our numbers. There's the mean, standard deviation, the median. They asked for the median. There's the median of 7. And then the first quartile, that's Q1. Third quartile, that's Q3. So there's all those. Okay, so that's pretty good. Now let's go back. Okay, now, so we got all, that's how I got this answer, this answer, this answer, this answer, this answer from the frequency calculator number 3. Now, how about the last 2 questions? These are harder. So it says, what percent of the respondents have at least 9 pairs of shoes? You can see the answer there. How to come up with that? Well, first off, we got to be clear, what does at least 9 mean? It means 9 or more. So if you have at least 9 pair of shoes in your closet, that means you have 9 or more. That means the least you have is 9. You might have more. At the least, 9. At the lowest, 9 might have more. So it means 9 or more. So how many people, what is the number of people? How many people have 9 or more, at least 9? Well, come up here. 9, these 9 people, these 10 people, and these 3 people, they have 9 pair of shoes, 10 pair of shoes, 11 pair of shoes. So 9 plus 10 plus 3, 9 plus 10 plus 3, was that 12, 22? 22 people have 9 or more pair of shoes. See how I came up with that? 22 people. Now, we're not done yet. They said what percent of the respondents? So how do you do a percent? Percent always is part over the whole, right? Like a percentage is a part of the whole. So what part of all the people, and all the people is 66 people. So that's the whole. 66 people were surveyed. And of all them, what part had 9 or more pair of shoes? 22, as we just counted them up. 22 out of 66 had 9 or more pair of shoes. Divide that on your calculator. You can do like a handheld calculator or whatever. So, and when you do, you're going to get 0.33333. Okay. But we're not done there, because see how they have a percent symbol at the back? Whenever they sneak in that little percent symbol, you know what you need to do. You need to take that number. I'm going to take that 0.3333. And when that percent symbol gets on there, it's going to move the decimal too. It's like a magnet, right? It pulls, it pulls this piece of metal 2 places towards it. It's like a magnet. So that will become 33.33%. And that is, in fact, the answer they got. You can see my scribbly writing there. Sorry. Okay, now last question is the trickiest. So the last one right here. Approximately 43% of the respondents have fewer than how many pairs of shoes? Yeah, that's tricky. Let's try that. So, okay, so how are we going to do that? Well, 43% of all, in fact, let's go to a new page here. Okay. Yes, of all respondents. 43% of all sets. 0.43 of means times. All respondents, that's 66, right? We talked about that earlier. All respondents, 66. So if you take your calculator out, in fact, I'm going to take my little handheld calculator right now and do that. Just grab whatever calculator you got. 0.43 times 66. I'm getting 28.38. Okay, now, what does that mean now? So remember, we got to kind of remember what it is we're doing here. This is a tricky one. 43% of all the people, that responded to this survey about how many shoes they have fewer than how many pairs of shoes. So that means this is people, right? 43% of 66 is 28.38 people. In other words, it's really 28 people. There's no such thing as part of a person. So you just round it off. It must be 28 people. So we're talking about 28 people have, now for the rest of the phrase, right here, have fewer than blank pair of shoes. That's what we're trying to figure out, right? 28 people, you with me so far? I just took 43%, 0.43, times all the responses, 43% of all the respondents, 0.43 times all the respondents, got 28.38. Round that to 28 people. 28 people have fewer than what? This is my blank here. Then right there. Then blank pair of shoes. Well, I don't know. Let's go up and look at the chart. These 6 people, remember, frequency is people. Remember, that's how many people. So these 6 people have fewer than 5 because they all have 4. Are you with me? I'm just trying to use that phrase they used. Fewer than how many pair of shoes? So if I said, hey, you 6 people, they'd say, we all have fewer than 5 pair of shoes. Okay, great. And then 12. 6 and 12. What's that? 18. We, 6 and 12, 18 people all have fewer than 6 pair of shoes because they have 4 and 5 pair of shoes in their closet. Keep going, got to get to 28. Add 10. Plus 10. Now that's 28. So these 28 people have fewer than 7 pair of shoes, don't they? These 28 people have 4 pair of shoes in their closet, 5 pair of shoes, and 6 pair of shoes. They all have fewer than 7 pair of shoes. So 28 people have fewer than 7 pair of shoes. So the 28 people have fewer than 7 pair of shoes, which is exactly the answer to that problem. And so there we go. That's a pretty tricky one.